Hey, hey y'all. Not very fast, no slow, nothing low. You know how you feel. Feel the same way too. I'm very much in love with you. Okay, we are. We're gonna do some Warframe and then we're doing Detroit. Because why not? Detroit is good. Detroit is fun. Detroit is love. Detroit is life. Detroit is Detroit. Detroit is giving. Detroit is love. Detroit is life. Detroit is yummy. Detroit is ooey gooey. So, but we're doing Warframe first, of course, with some true crime. Hi, Robbie. Okay. Mm, okay. Finally getting my Mirage set up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, can you let me know if you can hear this, by the way?
But in today's case, I'm going to tell you explicit and very graphic details of what happened at the murder scene. The reason I'm doing this is because despite Carla's incredibly troubled childhood and her swap to Christianity, I don't want to minimize the brutality of what she did for the sake of not making anybody uncomfortable. If I'm going to tell this story, I have to tell it in detail because what happened
Perfect.
on June 13th is a literal horror movie. So grab your blankets today because you're going to need them.
There were absolutely signs all throughout my childhood that there was something wrong. And nobody stopped to really check into that. So
Carla Faye Tucker thought that she was born into an ordinary family. I mean, we all think we are until we find out that we're not. But she lived in a middle-class home in Houston. Her parents were happily married. She had sisters, and they even had a vacation home. But home is not always what it seems like from the outside looking in. And soon, Carla's mother would tell her a secret that changed everything. Now, what seemed like a happy home quickly spiraled into hard drugs, violence, and even prostitution. Even at the age of 14, Carla was completely losing her identity. When you're having these type of feelings, all you want to do is escape. And she escaped through drugs, sex, fighting. I mean, she was fighting her friends, her family, her husbands, anyone and everyone. She had a lot of emotions that were pent up inside of her. And a lot of these feelings were anger and rage. Anger and rage that she was never protected from a young age. Anger and rage that so many bad things happened to her. But when you have been abused for so long, you start to believe that you don't deserve to be protected. So Carla had this incessant need to protect others in the way that she was never protected. But that was combined with this incredibly angry and violent itch deep inside of her. So when she found out that a guy that she didn't like hit one of her friends, nothing could stop her rage. And absolutely nothing could stop Carla from picking up a 3-foot pickaxe and turning evil. Almost everything we do is online right now, and you need to protect yourself. Not to scare you or anything, but just because you haven't been targeted yet doesn't mean you won't ever be. Who knows when some data broker is going to buy a list with your information on it? Or who knows
Where are the
if
Orkin
it's
derelict
top
vaults? That's what I need
and
to
now
find.
suddenly, people are looking for you, your name, and your family. It's true. It's very, very real. And the least we can do is protect ourselves. I hate to tell you, but internet security is just as important as a Netflix subscription these days. And most people don't have it. With Aura, you can have them remove your information from data broker websites, get identity protection.
And yes,
get
we're not
parental
skipping
controls,
this because
and
we're letting her
fraud
get her
checks
bag.
all
We
wrapped
are
up in
using
one
like
place. This is something I'm very passionate about.
I'm
because
watching her
so many
content. I
people
want to
put
enjoy it,
millions of
and this girl
dollars
needs to get her
into
bag. We
marketing,
love
but they
Buzz,
don't put a
so
single
we're not
dollar
skipping
into
the.
data protection. So anytime
You
that we're
get
putting our
ad, and
email
then you get
address,
my
our
ads
address,
too.
our passwords for accounts that we also end up using for banking, emails, or whatever. When those data lists get leaked, you're in trouble. And I feel like not enough people are talking about this. Look, let me be clear. This is a paid sponsorship, but also something I'm incredibly passionate about. And it's not just you. All of this stuff is protected. It's not like the phone books back in the day where you're just looking up one specific name and number. All of this is connected to your previous addresses, your family, anyone that you know. And a lot of times also, that information can be used to answer security questions on other websites that are supposed to be secure. So let's just nip it in the butt right now and get that information taken down. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information and selling it for profit. Go to aura.com/sinister and sign up today. If you use our code SINISTER, you can get a free 14-day trial and see who
I don't
all is
know where the
already selling your
Orkin, but like the
information.
derelict
And when you sign
vaults
up,
are.
make sure you turn those alerts on.
What are
and take them
dragon
seriously.
keys?
And hey, next time you get an email that says your information is on the dark web or something got leaked, change your password. You'll thank me later. Go to aura.com/sinister. It's November 18th, 1959, and Carla Faye Tucker has just been born in Houston, Texas. Starting things off, she had a pretty happy childhood with her 2 parents and her 2 sisters. Her sisters' names were Carrie and Kathy, both with a K. That'll come up again later. Not the K, just the fact that their names were Carrie and Kathy. Her dad, Larry, had a good job as a longshoreman in the Gulf of Mexico. Like, basically, his job was to load and unload ships on a daily basis. And, you're dealing a lot with delicate inventory, different weights and things, so it's a pretty meticulous job, and he was actually paid well enough that his wife could stay at home, and she was basically a homemaker, and he took care of the 3 girls. They had a nice life in a middle-class neighborhood in Houston, Texas. And they actually had a little cottage in a city called Brazoria in Texas. They would like vacation at the cottage. And I didn't have no cottage. Like overall, this is pretty nice.
Hi, Sarah.
The parents worked hard to set up a normal foundation for the girls. Carla remembered the early.
I was saying
years
yesterday,
of
I'm so
conflict
sorry
with
that
her
you know
father.
my
She
shit
said
fucking
later in an
crashed.
interview, I was just an itty bitty girl. We were
But you're
family,
looking
we
for a
built
job,
house,
so that's kind of
did neat
exciting.
things
You
with the
saying it was
boat,
hard
and the
though.
dog, and water skiing, fishing, and all that stuff. It wasn't until she was about 7 or 8 years old that everything
Heavy
changed.
unit
But what's
approaching.
also interesting about this is giving a child a foundation of a nice life for the first 5, 6, or 7 years of their life, and then suddenly ripping that away into what Carla does is extremely confusing. Some people are born into this world with parents and all they know is mental or physical, psychological abuse. But Carla kind of had the rug pulled under her when she finds out about her family secret. Family secrets are the worst, man. Before we get to the big secret, let me fill you in on a couple things. Now, her parents, Larry and Carol, they did try very hard to set up a normal life. I think it's because they knew they were not normal. Larry and Carol would kind of fight behind the scenes a whole lot, but it would ultimately end in them getting a full-blown divorce. I mean, all the way through. And then, months or sometimes weeks later, getting back together. This actually happened like 2 or 3 times. You know how horrible it is finding out your parents are getting divorced when you're younger? Now imagine that happening 2 or 3 times. It's like, what is happening? So Larry was trying to figure out his own thing, and he would be gone for weeks or months at a time, and not just for work. He was just trying to figure himself out. And he'd come back, and there would be a divorce happening. Or one of the parents would cheat on each other. There was a whole lot of adultery going on back and forth in the relationship. But oddly enough, they actually shielded this from the kids a bit until Carla was 7 or 8 years old. And that's when just everything unraveled. During all of this, Carla was also having some identity issues because she felt like she was the ugly one out of her sisters. Carla was not an ugly girl. She had these big almond brown eyes. She had these like chubby little cheeks. She had brown hair. She was cute. But her sisters, they were a little more fair-skinned. They were blonde. They were kind of stereotypical 70s pretty. And this made Carla really insecure because she's like, why don't I look like my sisters? Why aren't I pretty like that? Why do I look like this? And she was always comparing herself to them. And while Carla's struggling with these identity issues, the sisters, who are a little bit older, they understand more of how bad things are with their parents. So Carla's older sisters turned to doing drugs at a really young age. There's a story where one time Carla caught her 2 sisters smoking pot. And she was like, hey, you can't do that. And they were like, well, why don't you try it? And they got Carla to smoke weed. And she was only like 10 or 11 years old. And she smokes it. And then they said to her, well, now you did it too, so you can't tell. So she had these cool older sisters that were doing their thing, smoking pot, smoking cigarettes, hanging out with older guys. Oh, her sisters had a lot of older friends.
I need to make a
not only does
dojo.
Carla want to look like her older sisters, but she wants to be like them. And they're kind of indoctrinating her in, like letting her smoke a little pot, letting her smoke a cigarette when she's 10, letting her hang out with these older guys when she's literally a child. This is like probably one of the more crazy age gap things I've heard. Carla is like 10 or 11 years old, and her sisters are introducing her to these like 20-year-old bikers. And she's just in this environment. Now, I don't know exactly how old she was for this story, but I estimate that this one happened sometime between Carla being 10 years old and 14 years old. But remember I said she was hanging out with all those older bikers? Well, at one point, one of the bikers had come to the house and was looking for Carrie, her sister. And Carla's like, well, they're not home right now. And then the guy says, okay, you want to ride with me and do some heroin? And Carla's like, yeah, sure. So the old creepy biker dude gives her heroin, and she's like so doped up that he just kind of like drops her back off. And when Carla talked about this story later, she thought that he was going to assault her probably, like that was probably his plan, but she was so out of it, he just dropped her back off at the house. And she tells that story quite a bit, like recalling it like it's a very major memory. Not only because of the possible impending assault, because in her teenage years, she was exposed to a high dosage of heroin. For how much emotional pain and trauma she was going through, he just exposed her to something that made her feel better in the moment, and it was a wrap.
Damn.
Carla was set out to be a drug addict. Now, misplaced
Also
empathy
forgot I need
check,
argon
okay? Right
crystals.
now, I totally understand a lot of people might be feeling like, oh my god, this girl had a really horrible life. I want to remind you, this is a very gruesome murder story. The point of Sinister, how often you guys hear me say this, is I don't just pick cases where somebody was just born into this world with some crazy brain and they're like, kill, kill, kill. I pick cases about real human people that have been through extreme trauma, and I talk you through it until we get to the point where they make a choice that turns them into a murderer and therefore get cast out of society. So the point of me telling these stories is for you to look at your own situations or look at
I could
people
also
you
get
know
narrow-minded
and think to yourself, should I get some help?
for
Because maybe
7.
what you went through is very, very serious. So even though this is about to get worse and you're definitely going to feel some empathy for Carla, remember, she should not have
I'm just
done
gonna buy
what she
narrow-minded,
did.
I think.
We'll get there. I don't want to leave out parts of her story to
'Cause
just
that one's the- I
demonize
think
her
the
and paint
hardest
this
one to
whole
get.
story of like a murderous killer. I want to show the human parts of people and then where they went wrong, where very human people end up losing their humanity. Because that's why we watch true crime.
Constitution
a lot.
is
How
from,
did this
yeah,
happen?
that's from
And as I continue to
Bounties.
tell you Carla's story, you're going to understand exactly how this happened. But that does not
Blind
mean that she should have
Rage
walked
is
free.
also
So
from an
where
Arcan
were
vault.
Carla's parents at this time? They were completely out of the picture trying to figure out their own lives. While their 11 or 12-year-old daughter is shooting up dope with 20-year-old dudes, they're finalizing their divorce. At the end of the divorce, that's when Carla finds out her mother's secret. Larry, her dad, he wasn't really her dad. She was actually the product
I
of
should
an
probably put
extramarital
something up
affair,
to
and her
trade,
dad
right?
wasn't in the picture.
That I have,
That's why
like,
she looked
double
different
of.
than all of her sisters. This sent the already traumatized Carla Faye Tucker into an absolute identity spiral. Who was her real family? What's real? What's not? This is something that I think a lot of people go through because
What do you
if
mean it's
don't
worth it
have any strong
to get it?
family to fall back on, you end up really looking for a sense of community. And sometimes we find those communities online.
Should I
Sometimes we
trade
find
one
those
of
communities
these
in
or
a
should I
church,
wait?
or sometimes
So, okay,
those
so what are the
communities become
Ducats? What are
whatever is
those?
served up to us first. And unfortunately for Carla, the community that was served to her first were the bikers. Now, it's interesting because some biker gangs are tough guys with a big heart. They're like total softies. But then some biker gangs are just straight up, criminal rings that don't have any laws or morals, right? I used to live in Las Vegas, and I've been in a crew that was like adjacent to some biker people, and those dudes that I knew, they would never let a 10-year-old shoot up heroin, okay? They would beat the out of anybody who brought the needle near the child. So these guys, I don't even know if they were a biker gang. I think they were
I should
just
probably
druggies
start
on bikes.
opening
But this is who Carla saw as her family. They accepted
these.
her more
Like, I have
than
so
her
many, I
current
should
family,
start
which was
opening
falling
them.
apart. And also, don't forget, her sisters, who she's known her entire life, they were part of this family.
Because then I can
Lumi
trade.
is making it so none of us have to worry about BO ever again. Because unlike other deodorants, Lumi is powered by mandelic acid, which just changes everything. I'm actually also so stoked that we have Lumi as a sponsor because I saw a comment a couple days ago that said, "Yay, Bose, I'm so glad we're promoting Lumi. It's changed my whole life." Dude, it's amazing. It's a full body deodorant that you can use anywhere, but then they also have a couple of other specialized products. And the best part is this gives you 72-hour control from pits to feet. Now, ideally, you're putting on your deodorant every time you leave the
Halogen
house,
Prime
but if you
Systems. I
forget
want
one
to
day,
see
Lumi's actually got you covered. Lumi was professionally
market
created by
for
an
that.
OBGYN that had a concern about body odor and wanted to help people with that. And now, fast forward a couple years, and it's got over 300,000 five-star reviews. Look, you can't argue with that. It's baking soda free, paraben free, and it's pH balanced, so you're clear to use it below the belt. That's what it's made for. They have bright, fresh scents that are not too overwhelming, like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut. And trust me, they are not overwhelming. Very, very light. And
Okay, so
look,
I need to
it
get
does its
those
job.
because I
The
do
best part
need.
is you can actually try the Lumi starter pack if you've never used Lumi before, and you don't have to make
I
any
need to
serious
get,
decisions. They just wrap it all up for you in one package. So you can use my code SINISTER to get 15% off of all Lumi products. And if you want to try the starter pack, it's
I
already a
need
little
to get,
discounted, so you'll get a little bit more there. Once
some
again,
I
use
need
the code
primed
SINISTER for
continuity is
15%
one of
off
the
your first
most
purchase at LumiDeodorant.com.
frequent ones that I'm seeing in all of these builds.
.com. Now, because Carla's dad was the one that was actually working, he
Yeah,
ended up
primed
getting sole
continuity.
custody of all three of the girls.
Yeah,
But
that's the
Carla
one that I
really wanted to
100%
live with
need.
her
And then there's
mom.
also one that's
And
called primed
that's kind of
flow.
understandable because Larry wasn't her real dad. She wanted to go be with her real mom.
Yeah,
and
primed
spend
flow
time
and
with her.
primed
By the age of
continuity.
12 years old, Carla started having sex and left school. She would act out sexually within the proximity of her mother, and her mom kind of witnessed it and didn't do anything. This was a clear cry for help. Like, she's a child, you know? This stuff that she was doing, and she kind of said it later in interviews, it was a cry for attention. It was a cry for help. And her mom didn't do anything. In fact, her mom started to act more like they were best friends. In an interview later, Carla would go on to say that
Because I
she
have
and
all
her
the
mom
Umbro
shared
ones now,
drugs like
but now I
whiskey.
need
She also said, there were a couple things my mother did that made me wonder,
primed
don't
flow
you
and
see what
primed
you're doing to me?
continuity.
Why don't
So
you notice this and come ask me what's going on? By the age of 14, Carla had completely dropped out of school and she turned to prostitution. There were two things that she knew at the age of 14: drugs and sex. And now she had found a system where she could use sex to get money to buy drugs. And this was the way that she decided to live her life because it was all she knew and nobody would help her. Her mom was doing it, her sisters were doing it, everyone around her was doing it. She didn't know anything else. There are people that are genetically addicts. There are people that are
primed
very depressed and can
flow
be prone to addiction or substance abuse. But
and
regardless of which one
primed
someone is, there's one
continuity.
thing that almost all addicts love. Love. The
So
addiction of love, the feeling of love, the euphoria of love. It's like no other, especially when you're used to tumultuous
I need
love.
350 for
the high, low,
okay.
high, low, high, low, everything. And also, remember
So I need
some of the things that Carla said,
700.
she was
So
looking
I do
for
need to open
somebody to
these
save
because
her.
I
She
need
was
to
looking
print.
for her
I
mother
need
to
to.
save
Yeah,
her.
this isn't
Well,
enough.
when you're somebody like that and a guy comes into
I need
your life,
700
especially one that's
thingies.
doing well and he loves
So I just
big,
need to get
oh,
multiple,
it's
like,
like
of the.
skies open up. And that's how it was for Carla when she met her first husband. His name was Stephen Griffin. She was 16 and he was 19 years old.
So I need to do a
He had
bunch
a
of
bike,
Lift Fishers
and
because
only
he
worked
comes
about
around
6
this
months out of the
Friday
year and made
apparently.
$20,000 a year. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but I just used a government website inflation calculator to see how much $20,000 was in 1975 compared to now. And this thing tells me it was about $120,000.
Okay, give me a second, y'all, because I have to go
That's how
to
much Stephen
the
Griffin was
toilet.
making back
So
in
I will be right back.
1975, only working 6 months out of the year. He felt like the man. This makes a little more sense now because when I was reading his interviews, he acted like he was on top of the world back then, and that makes sense. That's a lot of money. He met Carla at a park one day. He said that she was sitting with her friends smoking a joint. And he walked up, started chatting with her, and they clicked almost instantly. She was charismatic. She could banter. She was tough. He thought she was beautiful. It was just an instant connection. And I think for Carla, the skies just opened up. They had a pretty tumultuous relationship, though. They would fight all the time and not just argue, physical fights. He later described her as tough, but he felt like she always had his back. In their fights, Stephen would say that Carla sometimes hit him harder than a man did. But he kind of just processed that as, well, if anything ever happens to me, Carla's going to protect me. He reminisced on her, saying, that girl had so much potential. She could talk to anyone and make them feel at ease. She was charismatic. Even when she was on drugs and could hardly walk, she was beautiful. They loved each other, but Carla got married young and she had a wild streak. So she ultimately ended up leaving Stephen because she said she wanted to explore more. Now, considering how messed up their relationship was, I really doubt they sat down and Carla had a conversation like, Stephen, we got married when I was really, really young. And, I think I really just want to get out into the world and explore. It was probably something more along the lines of her breaking a bottle over his head and saying that she wanted out. I mean, that's just how the relationship was. But Steven remembers her very fondly. Whenever he speaks about her, it's almost in a kind of ethereal way. And I get that, because for guys that have had like a really troubled past and their emotions are all locked up, meeting a fiery woman that's extremely traumatized but still hopeful and looking for the fun in life, it's magnetic. It's magnetic. He wouldn't be able to stay away from her almost no matter what she did. He knows her very, very well, though. He actually said that Carla wants so badly to find a home. Like I said earlier, she wants community. He said that when there's any semblance of a home, she feels like she doesn't deserve it, and then she destroys it. He said she was a good wife, though. You know, she stayed home, she cleaned, she made food for him, kind of like her mom did for Larry. But when they broke up, Steven told people that Carla was either going to get killed or she was going to kill somebody. She had a temper, and he knew it. So now it's 1981. Carla is in her early 20s, and she is continuing her wild streak. I'm surprised that you can do drugs, hard drugs, for 11 years straight and not want to stop. Oh my God, I'll drink for 2 days straight, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. She was just going. This was all she knew. It was a rock star life. I also read that she had kind of become a groupie for the Allman Brothers Band at one point, but that was when she was 15. She was following people around, following bands around, just like her mom did. It was a fast life. So anyways, we're back to 1981, and she's still doing it. She's still partying. She ends up moving in with a friend named Sean Jackson. Sean was a lady, and the two are very, very close friends. Until one day, Sean brings over her new guy. And this guy's name is Jerry Dean. Jerry Lynn Dean. He comes from Tyler, Texas. I like to tell you guys the names of different cities because I know you guys are all over the place. And you're like, oh my God, that's where I live. So Jerry, he's from Tyler, Texas. And he's a rough guy. All of these guys are rough guys. He comes from a big family. He's got both parents around. He's got several siblings. And he had just finished serving in the U.S. Coast Guard. So he's back home, and he's ready to party with everybody too. But he has some kind of grit about him that Carla doesn't like. And Carla gets along with most guys. Carla's interesting because she's not just like a pick-me girl. I mean, she had girlfriends that she was really close with, like Sean, you know, her roommate. Sean was a girl, once again. Carla doesn't really care about anybody's gender. She just likes what she likes. And she knew she didn't like Jerry Dean. She especially hated him because one of the first times that she met him, he had driven his motorcycle right into their like front living room of the house that they lived in, and his motorcycle was a piece of crap, so oil was dripping all over the place, all over the carpet, and he didn't care. He just pulled the motorcycle into the living room, and oil's dripping everywhere, and he's like, Sean, baby, and she's like, ah, welcome home. And Carla's like, what the fuck? I also thought this was very interesting. By all accounts, it seems like Carla was a pretty clean person. Like, she wasn't just like a messy drug addict. Like, she liked to have a little bit of order. I thought that was interesting. But this isn't just about cleanliness. It's also about the disrespect. I'm sure that he didn't want to take any accountability for the oil on the rug. And so, you know, he puts it back on her. And immediately, Carla's like, oh no, I don't know you. I don't like this. And she hates him from the very start. But she kind of has to get used to Jerry because Sean really liked him. In fact, Sean ended up marrying Jerry in 1983. So Carla and Sean lived together for about a year and a half or 2 years. Carla was seeing Jerry all the time. And she just hated him from the very jump. So when Sean and Jerry get married, Carla's like, dude, I'm out of here. I'm going to go live with my sister. So she goes off to move in with her new boyfriend, a guy named Danny, and her sister, Carrie. The three sisters, they are doing drugs, hanging out with old weird dudes. Like, the system is set. It's been this way since the beginning of time. Now, the interesting thing about this house is it's Carla, Danny, her boyfriend, as well as Carrie, the sister. And all three of them have a lot of different friends. So there's always people coming in and out of the house, staying over, sleeping over for a few nights. It's a party house. But above all, it is a violent drug house. Carrie and Carla come from a family where tumultuous relationships are normal and abuse is love. Violence is love. She was often getting into physical fights with her mother, physical fights with her sister from a very young age, and they all stayed together, right? So I'm going to give you an example story. I had a friend that I grew up with where her mom had some kind of problem, and she would come in and pick fights with her daughter all the time, and they would get into physical fights. Like, my friend would literally, I'd be over there for a sleepover, and my friend would have to, wake up and square up because her mom might fucking box her. And, to this day, they're still close, but this mother taught the daughter that abuse is love because she's hitting her, but then, still giving her dinner, still giving her a house, still giving her, what we would perceive as love. And so when I think about that, and I think about this home, that the sisters were physically fighting each other, the mom was physically fighting each other. This is not a red flag to them as it is to us. This is just like a way of life. You get in fights to them, you get in fights with people you love. To them, you do drugs with people you love. You have sex with people you love. And so this house that most of us would describe as a war zone was full of comfort and love for them, which is so interesting. So the three of them are in the house. Reminder, this is Carrie, Carla's sister, Carla, and her boyfriend, Danny. Which, by the way, who knows if Carla and Danny are still together at this time because, their parents were always cheating, divorcing, whatever. This was not a holy matrimony, okay? So neither is Sean's relationship. Sean, her old roommate. Sean actually comes back to Carla, comes to her new house, and she's like, things are not going well with Sean. We're having a lot of troubles. We're not fighting. Like, he's beating me. He punched me in the nose. Now, also, reminder, we aren't putting up with no dudes beating up on no ladies. But also, just to let you know the state of the home, everybody was beating everybody up, okay? It was happening all the time. Carla was throwing punches left and right. But in this particular situation, Sean said that Jerry had gotten mad, and it wasn't a fight. He had punched her in the nose, and it was different this time. And this upsets Carla. Carla's tough, but she doesn't always, take care of herself. She's one of those people that feels like she doesn't deserve to be protected. And that's probably because nobody protected her when she was younger. But she does like to protect other people. Carla protects other people the way that she wishes that she would have been protected. And it's amplified because Carla doesn't like Jerry. And Jerry is the perpetrator. And Carla has a scary reputation. She's very no nonsense. Like, everyone was fighting, but Carla was a heavy contender. No woman and no man wanted to get on Carla's bad side. She had a lot of rage pent up in her. I always say when people get into fights, like, school fights, street fights, or something like that, it doesn't always matter if somebody knows how to fight, especially most of the time because both people don't know how to fight. It matters what one person is mad about because they will take you out real fast. So Carla says, well, come on, let's go over to you and Jerry's old house and we're going to go get your stuff. And she's in protector mode. She's in bulldog mode. She knows that Jerry hit Sean, and she said, Jerry ain't going to hit me. Jerry ain't going to hit Sean again. Let's go get your stuff, baby girl. And so they go over there, and Sean's getting her stuff, and Carla's waiting outside, and Jerry comes out, and he doesn't just walk out. He says something to her, and Carla just decks this man straight up in the eye. I told you, she was tough. She gave him a black eye. Not to mention, now that Sean and Jerry have broken up, Carla doesn't have a reason to be nice to Jerry. She doesn't care about him. And honestly, she hates him. So, as a reminder, in Sinister, we talk about real people. We talk about real humans. The things that happened to Carla in her childhood were absolutely not her fault. But, as you guys know, when you're dealing with levels of trauma like this, there are signs that pop up. There are things in your life that let you know, maybe I'm going down the wrong path. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. And whatever those signs were for Carla, And you know exactly what I'm talking about because y'all that have been on the wrong path, you know. We be hitting our head up against the wall several times, and sometimes you listen and sometimes you don't. But if you don't listen to the little signs that life gives you, they will give you a big wake-up call to who you are and the fact that you're going down the wrong path. Whether it's waking up from a bender or your 5th hangover that week, or it's spending the night in jail from beating up your husband, there are always going to be signs. But sometimes people get out of jail and go right back to doing the same thing. On June 11th, 1983, Carla was celebrating her sister Carrie's birthday. This was not a regular birthday party. This was a night of absolute mayhem. Carrie's birthday started off with Danny, Carrie, Carla, Sean, the usual suspects. But it's Carrie's birthday. Let's invite everybody. Let's invite everyone we know. Let's all get a bunch of alcohol. Let's get a bunch of drugs. You know they was doing drugs. And then on top of that, we're all gonna fuck each other. Like, that's what was going on this night. They were drinking. They were shooting up. They were doing cocaine. They were going in the room. They were fucking in the kitchen. It was just absolute debauchery. To them, just letting their spirits free in the 80s was just, honestly, this was probably like nothing you have ever seen before, okay? And get this, guys, it doesn't just last one day. This went on for 3 days, over and over and over again, passing out in the hallway, waking up groggy-eyed, taking a shot, and just grabbing the nearest line of drugs. Like, that's what this was. It was a complete bender for as long as they could go. They started on June 11th, and then in the early hours of the 13th, they started to run out of drugs. They took everything they had as quickly as they could, and it still lasted them just over 2
Y'all,
days. So on the third day,
lactose
around
intolerance
2
and
to 2 in the
IBS
morning
ain't
or
for the
so,
weak.
Carla actually remembers that Jerry owes her some money, and she
Not
also
for the
decided
weak.
that she wanted it back right now. Does Jerry actually owe her
Maybe
money?
TMI,
I'm
but
not sure
girl.
about that because remember, Carla and Jerry absolutely hate each other. Why would he loan her any money for anything? But the plan actually isn't to knock on Jerry's door and say, "Hey, Jerry, how about that money you owe me?" It was actually to steal his bike. He had a very expensive bike in his garage, probably amongst other things, and they are thieves and drug addicts. So their plan was to steal the bike, sell it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm pretty sure it's
and get
just
money
lactose
for more drugs.
intolerance, but
So everyone is high out of their mind when they come up with this
Uh,
plan to intimidate him and then steal his money and steal his drugs. And they feel like he deserves it because they don't like him. You know, they're like, he hit Sean. They're like, yeah, let's do this. So between 2:30 in the morning and 4:30 in the morning, Carla, her on and off again boyfriend Danny, and a guy named James LeBrun all go over to Jerry's house. Carla was able to get entry into his house because she had stolen a key from Sean. Supposedly, they planned to rob him and intimidate him, but they didn't.
but I haven't had
walk
much
in and
dairy,
start looting
so
Jerry Dean's possessions. They went straight
I'm trying to think
into
of what I
his
had that was
storage.
Oh no, I had dairy, so I
saying
think it's
for a few
lactose
days
intolerance.
How much she hated him. How much he was a loser. He was an asshole, and he was gonna get it. She said she wanted to fucking kill him so bad, and she told everybody that. But, you know, they thought Carla's just
A lone Tenno operative
before they went
is
to the
raiding
house.
this check
They
for
were
supplies.
high
Oh, she looked
as well,
cute.
Distract the enemy.
whatever drugs that they had,
Alarm.
and
Watch out.
sticking
I'm
with the
detecting
plan
void
of
fissures nearby.
intimidation,
Do you have a
Carla
magic
walks in and she sees a 3-foot
life
pickaxe
supply
in
has been
his
cut
hand.
off?
Can you
They're
imagine
trying to choke
the
you out.
anger, the
Hold on.
resentment,
I'm
the
sending
drug
up
Why are we in
abuse
here?
strength you would have to pick up a
You're near a
heavy
fissure.
3-foot pickaxe and use that as your intimidation. I mean, they had actually brought a shotgun with them, but Carla
While an
chose.
enemy's will drop
She's
the
killing them
explosive
too
force.
quick.
Be
Yeah,
on the
while
lookout.
Jerry Dean was asleep in his bed. She put it up to his
Select
face
reactants to open your
and she
relic.
told him,
Be aware.
"Don't move, motherfucker,
Only corrupted
or you're
enemies
dead."
will drop
And he looks up and
Don't
sees
forget the
Carla,
reactant. You
drug
want to open
addict
that relic.
Carla, has broken into his house at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she's holding a pickaxe to his face. Jerry Dean is scared. Of course he would be. There was all this animosity and all this talk and all this hitting each other back and forth. But at this point, he knows Carla is crazy. She is in his home, and she means business. He is scared, and he starts to beg for his life. And Carla likes this. She likes the power. For somebody like her that needs safety, that needs security, being in a position of power, especially when somebody fears you, it makes you feel safe. It makes you feel comfortable. But also, don't forget, she's wired wrong and she's on drugs. Even though she gave him a warning, the warning, which he complied with, was followed up with her hitting him with the pickaxe. And Jerry Dean starts to beg for his life. Can you imagine the pain and the force of this large, sharp, rusty metal object being swung into your body by an angry drug addict that hates you? The hits are heavy, they are sharp, and they're fast. Every time Carla picked up the pickaxe, she was happy and she smiled. And she dug it deeper into him with more force every time. Carla would later go on to say, with every hit of the pickaxe, she got more and more and more aroused, to the point that she had an orgasm while she was murdering Jerry. And she kept going. Every hit of the pickaxe for Carla was essentially like sex. She continued to hit him over 20 times, over and over and over again. And even when she achieved some type of pleasure, she kept going in hopes of more. They saw her in the room, hitting him and smiling and enjoying it and making sound. And when they were done killing her, they scavenged the room looking for more objects to sell. But what they actually found in the room was a woman hiding under the covers. Her name was Deborah. Deborah was having issues with her husband, and so that night she had actually met Jerry and decided to go home with him. She was asleep in the bed next to him while he begged for his life, and Carla murdered him and enjoyed it with pleasure. For the drug addicts, this causes a lot of pain. Carla really only hated Jerry, but now they have a problem on their hands. Danny switches from the horror of how excited his girlfriend was while she was committing this murder to feeling like they had a problem and they needed to get a solution. It is impossible to imagine the level of fear that Deborah was experiencing while she lay under the covers, hiding, hoping nobody would find her. But they did, and now they're running. They took the pickaxe and held it against her, and they said if she wanted to live and see daylight, that she needed to get under the covers again and hide. And so she did, hoping that maybe they would go away. But instead, she was met under the covers with another strike of pickaxe. But this is more of a frenzy. This is you're a witness and you have to die. It wasn't as hard and heavy as Jerry was getting hit while Carla enjoyed it. It was light and sharp, and frenzied and frenzied and frenzied and frenzied. And it was happening so sporadically and so painfully that Deborah screamed and she begged, please kill me, I can't, please kill me. She screamed and begged for them to just do a final blow to put her out of her misery. I mean, blood-curdling screams for them to just kill her. She knew she was going to die and she wanted it to happen quickly. In this moment, Carla pulled the sheet off of Deborah, and this is when James LeGrand came back into the room. James is the other guy that's not Carla's boyfriend. James LeGrand had gone back into the car to keep watch, but he was nodding off on something, so he was pretty much half asleep. So Danny wakes him up to come back into the house to help them gather
Grendel
stuff.
Prime
He
or
said
Gauss
when
Prime?
he entered the apartment,
Oh,
he
okay.
heard
We'll go Gauss
gurgling
Prime,
noises.
but I do really
Said
want the
that it
tattoo.
sounded like an aquarium pump that wasn't working. And when he walked into the house, and he turned the corner, he saw Carla standing over the woman's body. He has no idea who this woman is. And she's got one foot on the body, trying to jerk this pickaxe out of her. And Carla pulls the pickaxe out of her body and raises it over her head like a horror movie. And she looks at James LeGrand, smiles at him, and then drives the pickaxe down into the woman's throat with blood spurting everywhere. He was so stunned by this that he left and fled back to the car because he was scared. Dean and Deborah died of severe head and body trauma and multiple stabbings of the head. Carla and Danny moved, and as they said, they took Jerry's motorcycle. They head to Doug, Danny's brother's apartment. So this is a different house. And that they are so stoked on what they did. Even though the two guys were like, dude, Carla's fucking crazy, there was an excitement for them that they had just gotten away with this crazy thing. These people don't have any fucking morals. And so they start telling Doug and Carrie about the murders in detail. This is where the detail comes out, where Carla says that she orchestrated them while she was murdering her exact words. I hate that I have to say this, that she said to her sister are, every time I picked Jerry, I grinned and got a nut. That's what she told her sister. But then, after all of this, Doug actually decides that they should get rid of the evidence. So they take some of the parts from the bike and they get rid of it in the river. The next day, the bloody pickaxe murders are all over the news and the investigation begins. The police found the bodies and described them as hacked up. They had been hit over 20 times, and the 3-foot pickaxe was left in Deborah's body. It was the final blow. The news report says that his motorcycle was missing, his El Camino was missing, his wallet, and they dubbed it a pickaxe murder. Danny and Carla are tickled. They love it. They even said that they're famous now, and they're famous pickaxe murderers. They're giggling, they're having a good time, they feel like they got away with it. But this is the moment Carrie realizes something is terrifyingly wrong with her sister. I mean, not only did she murder these people brutally, but she enjoyed it, and she feels absolutely no remorse. She begins to fear for her life. And so does Doug. And that's the moment that Doug and Carrie, both of the siblings of the two killers, decide that they're gonna snitch. Police didn't really have any leads until 5 weeks later when Doug and Carrie decided that enough is enough. I mean, I cannot believe that they actually got away with this for 5 weeks. If it wasn't for their bragging and their siblings actually having a bit of a conscience, this possibly would have never gotten solved, which is very scary considering Carla
I like that. It's really satisfying. It's pretty.
The act of violence, but she got physical sexual pleasure. And on top of that, she's a drug addict who needs money. she would have done this over and over and over again. So Doug has a friend that's actually a homicide detective. His name is J.C. Mosier. And he goes in with Carrie and lays everything out. He's like, look, Carla and Danny committed murders. They had another friend. We don't really know much about that guy. But look, these two are at our house. They did it. We need them out of our lives. We need them out of the house. What do we do? So they set him up with a wire. So Doug agrees to wear a wire, hops on his bike, and he moseys on over.
I love having 4 of them. It's great.
And Carla and Danny are, hey, brother, hey, family. Like, this is just how it works. And he goes over and he's going to bring the talk about the murder, which he probably feels like it's not so much of an issue. We don't have to talk about it. They're famous. Pickaxe murderers now. He ends up by telling Carla and Danny that we say that they have Carla's like, oh, they're really talk about it a little bit more, and Carla never directly addresses it too much.
Not really farming traces. Well, I guess both. Farming traces plus like
She's not responding in a
getting
way
stuff so I
that
can
lets
trade
you
it for
do it.
ducats or
What
whatever, just so I
this
can.
whole conversation is like an hour long. It seems like they have no fear of the police or that they're gonna find out it was them. But at one point during this conversation, Carla actually said that she was surprised it took that long to allegedly bury her. This is the quote that really stuck with me. And the police department was able to pick up Carla Faye Tucker, the murder of Jerry Dean and Deborah. And now, something happens just a couple of days into Carla getting to the jail. What does Carla
We will all
value?
share in this bounty.
I ask you this.
Out as
What
long
does
as
she
you
want?
can.
Above all? A family, a sense of community. And one day when she walked through the jail doors, there was a Christian prison ministry group that was doing a puppet show about God. And when she sees that, she said the Holy Spirit just came down to her and it swallowed her up whole and she felt the presence of God. Christianity is a community. I mean, this is also how cults suck people in. Now, I'm not saying that Christianity is necessarily a cult, but you have a vulnerable person that's in a bad situation, that doesn't have any family or community, and they value belonging, they value community, and then you present this thing in front of them that says, we will accept you no matter what, as long as you let us into your heart. Boom. And Carla sighs. She's gonna be a Christian. But first, she steals a Bible. Now, the books were actually free to take from the prison, but she thought that she was stealing it, which I think says a lot. But, maybe some people will give her some slack because they're like, she hasn't read it yet. She
Oh, are
hasn't
they
gotten
going?
to
Oh,
the
they're
man.
going.
Carla said that she took that Bible back to her
I
jail
can
cell.
survive for
She
another
started
5 minutes, I think.
swelling up in herself, and she started to cry and ask the Lord for forgiveness. She said that she wasn't afraid of man or anyone else. The only person that she was afraid of was God. And she felt like God knew exactly what she did, and she needed to give a full confession. Now, Carla's arrest for the murder and her conversion to Christianity all happened within a matter of days. So, when the news and the media wanted to interview her, she was a Christian. From the very beginning of all of the media firestorm over the Pickaxe murders that were predominantly committed by a woman, she was a Christian. And in Texas, being a Christian is above all. Anybody can be saved by God. I mean, in times like this, especially in this era, we really put all of that on a pedestal. I think it's because we as human beings on this earth, we can't decide if God forgives Carla Faye or not. And she's checking off all the boxes. She's accepting him into her heart. She's saying all the things that we hear in church, and she sounds serious. I mean, they aged it up. She ended up doing a lot of press. Carla Faye Tucker did so many interviews. It's incredible. Now, I want to remind you guys of something. This is very important. Carla Faye Tucker does not have an identity. She has been searching for one since she was a child. So no matter what she says, no matter what family she's joined, no matter what community she's clung on to, she's taking the traits of that community and applying that to herself. So, in my opinion, none of this is real. Carla's identity can change at the drop of a hat, depending on what community she's attached herself to. And right here, right now, the community is Christianity. 2 weeks ago, it was the bikers. The rules change just like that, because her identity changes depending on what she needs to be for safety in the moment. So, could Carla really, truly be Christian or think she was Christian? Sure, I think so. But could that change in 10 years if Christianity was no longer serving her? Absolutely. So being Christian got Carla out of jail, and then she got out of jail and then was bored of being Christian and found some group of punk kids or artsy people. I think she would just switch right over. Now, despite all the press and the headlines, Carla still has to go to trial. She went to trial and the jury weighed her back. She actually had no prior conviction, but she had a history of violence with her ex-husband, and also she had a history of violent behavior through her psychiatric evaluations. She talked pretty openly about being physically violent with a lot of people, and that came out in court. Her lawyer tried to argue that she was intoxicated and temporarily insane, but it didn't do much. I think probably because of the brutality of the crime. On April 11th, 1984, the jury actually thought her guilty of first degree. Now, this wasn't second. This was first degree murder. She had been talking about killing Jerry for weeks prior, but people thought Carla was just running him over. But then when they made a plan to go to his house, and when you also factor in the brutality of the crime, this had to be first degree. 2 weeks later, she was actually sentenced to death. Look, guys, we're in Texas. Y'all know how it is. If you do something real, real bad, Texas will put you in that chair real fast. A couple years later, her lawyer tried to appeal the decision, but the jury upheld it. And around this time, Danny's trial was also convicted. He was convicted of first-degree murder as well and sentenced to death, but he ended up dying in prison with his death. Carla's original execution date was set in 1992, but her lawyer tried really hard to lose the public outcry because there was one. They were like, she's a Christian! And he also really played to her personality and her news interviews and tried to get this overturned. He ended up stalling it for quite a few years. He was filing appeals all through 1993 to 1997. During this time, Carla was doing her thing. Look, hold on. Was Carla really healed? Was she really as different of a person as she said? Because Carla ended up marrying the priest. She ended up marrying the prison pastor. And not like an inmate that was doing a couple sermons. Y'all know there's inmates that be up in jail doing the Sunday sermons. And honestly, some of them are real good at it. But no, she married the actual minister. His name was Dana Brown. And I personally raise an eyebrow to this because sure, I feel like Carla could definitely find real love. But a lot of times when people are seeking safety and security in a community, they try to attach themselves to a person of high power because it gives them more security. She might have thought that this was a good look
What's
for her.
Reaping
like,
Spiral?
She's such a Christian. She's married to a holy man, you know?
Sipes.
But for me,
Okay.
I raise an eyebrow to this because where I come from, usually the pastor is already married. So the pastor's wife, like they met before he became the pastor. So this just comes off as weird to me. You guys are going to have to tell me if I'm being like super judgmental.
I'm going to
about
run an
this.
ad real
It's
quick, y'all,
okay
because
if
it's
you
on the
think I
hour.
am and you don't agree. I don't care. That's why I'm asking you, right? I hate that I can't always have a two-way conversation with you guys here. I can have a two-way conversation on Twitch when I'm streaming, but here I'm just like, hello? Do you guys agree or disagree? You know, I care. I do. But I thought that was interesting. She married the prison minister. Now, marrying Dana and processing all of these appeals actually did get her a lot of attention. In 98, she asked them to commute her sentence from death to life in prison instead. She was doing interviews on the 700 Club, Larry King. She was just all over the news. Everyone knew who Carla Faye Tucker was. You know, she would get up there and she had these big like cheeks and she had big brown eyes and she would say, well, you know, as long as you let, you know, God into your heart, come what may. And, you know, if I'm going home because it's God's will. And people just ate that up, man. They ate it up. Do you understand now why I had to tell you all of the details of the murder and not leave anything out? Because Carla's childhood is incredibly traumatic and you can't help but feel for her. And then the brutality of the crime is a horror movie. Like I said, the only way I can describe it as a horror movie. But then we get to this piece of the puzzle where she's like, but I'm safe now, you know? And personally, I think that Carla really did believe the things that she was saying because a good liar has to believe what they're saying in order to make a good liar. I think she felt some of this in her soul because she needed that sense of community. And I think she really does bond with it. She fully falls into it. But do I think Carla would have killed again if she wasn't caught? Yes, absolutely. Do I think that Carla would have changed her identity again 10 years later after Christianity wasn't serving her? Yes, I think so. If the press died down and nobody cared about Carla after she became a Christian, she might have just become anything else. Ironically, though, if she had gotten out of jail, personally, I don't think that she would have gone back to the drug and biker lifestyle because she had been sober and probably very remorseful of a lot of things over her 10 or 15 years in jail. But I do think she would have jumped ship to another identity because she's just not firm in who she is. A lot of people struggle with like not knowing who they are and making things stick. When you are lost in a life that is full of drama, high emotional patterns, violence, sex, drugs, anything like that, there's no room to find out who you are because everything is high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Your personality becomes the highs and lows. You have to work to get to a place of safety, and you have to want to calm those things down just a little bit so you can find those moments of peace to find who you are. And it's not easy. It is not easy when life gives you as difficult of a beginning as Carla had, but that doesn't mean that we should just give up and fucking kill people. So despite her clear change, Carla's final appeal for clemency was rejected on February 2nd, 1998. The Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles actually said the horrific nature of the case carried a lot of weight, and that's why they decided to stick to their decision. Carla Faye Tucker was a double axe murderer. The public continued to flood the government. The public even went so far as to flood Governor Bush's desk, asking him to seek mercy on him. It was actually an international thing. I saw a video where people in Italy were holding up signs trying to, tell them not to kill Carla Faye Tucker. So her sticking to, I believe in God, I'm a Christian now, it really resonated with a lot of people. And there was a big public outcry. But regardless, the state did not listen. They wanted to set an example for Carla Faye Tucker. So on February 3rd, the national coverage continued. It was her execution day. There were cameras everywhere talking to her attorneys, trying to get a glimpse of Carla, reporters that wanted to hear her last words. Everyone was at attention.
Okay,
As
this
always,
is too
Death
loud
Row
right now.
Gives you whatever you want for your final meal. Carla Faye
Volume
Tucker asked for
mixer.
a banana, a peach, and a garden salad with ranch dressing.
Okay.
Ahead of her lethal injection, they asked her if she had any final words. She said, "Yes, sir. I would like to say to all of you, the Thornton family and Jerry Dean's family, that I'm so sorry. I hope God will give you peace with this. Baby, I love you. Ron, give Peggy a hug for me. Everybody's been so good to me. I love all of you very, very much. I'm going to be face to face with Jesus now. Ward and Baggett, thank you all so much. You've been so good to me. I love all of you very much, and I will see you when you get there. I will wait for you." Carla was pronounced dead at 6:45 p.m. It was witnessed by her sister Carrie, her husband, the pastor Dana Brown, and family members of Deborah Thornton. Regardless of how you feel about the case as a whole, this case has a lot of emotions. It has a lot of different angles.
Why do
There are
I
two
feel like the
things
game
that
is
I
still
know
really
to be true.
fucking loud?
One, Carla Faye Tucker had a horrific
Like, it's
childhood
literally,
that she
I have it
never,
at
ever
30.
deserved. Two, Carla Faye Tucker committed one of the most horrific acts of violence that I have ever heard in American history. This case took a crazy turn for me last night, and before we get into it, I need to give you a little bit of backstory. If you've been watching for a while, you know now that Sinister has a researcher, a writer. I used to do all of this stuff on my own, and I mean, these are really intricate cases. I needed a bit of help. So we have a team that helps us put everything together, but I handpick all of these cases just for various reasons. And a couple weeks ago, I was interested in the Jimma Mitchell case. Now, I had heard about this case from maybe a podcast or a TV show or something, and I couldn't rack my brain around it because there's always a question of why did this happen? You guys know in Sinister, my goal is to figure out why did this happen in the first place. I don't like to do cases where it's like, ooh, this person was just scary. This was bad. They were born bad from the jump. No, I need to know what happened. And if you're like me, maybe you do too. So when I first started reading over this case, there's almost 30 pages of research, and I'm halfway through and I cannot understand for the life of me, why did Gemma do this? I get all the way to the end, still puzzled. I absolutely do not understand why Gemma did this. It seems like one of those cases where the person is just born bad and they're very demented. And then the other day, I decided to look back into this. Now, my researcher aggregates a lot of information. They all
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And now I want to play some music. I'll stay in the middle for a second. Okay. And now we play some music, but I just gotta move the. Me. Master rank. Okay, I know that's right. So we got Tetsu that we can build. I need an Orpheus blade, and I don't know where to get those. This is gonna be a hard one to craft too. To me. Oh, I love you. Oh, did it go? Do you guys like my one decoration? Wait. Oh. Do you guys like my one decoration? To hide. God, I'm fine. Whatever. Me, darling, can you hear me? SOS. Me, SOS. When you're gone. Oh, you know what we're listening to right now? No, no, no. When you're gone. This is it. Honey, how he thrills me. Honey, honey. Honey, honey, nearly kills me. Honey, honey. I wanted to know some more. See. Honey, honey. I need to download Detroit. I forgot to download Detroit. Honey, honey. Honey, honey. Honey, honey. Beast. Do. Oh, hi, doing boots. I don't know why I can't see your chat. Not to whip it out. That's That's crazy. I love Mamma Mia. Like, I'm sorry. It's so good. thrill me, honey, honey. Honey, honey, nearly kills me, honey, honey. I heard about you before. Like this. Ugh. I love this fucking movie. So good. It's so good. I haven't seen it on like Broadway or West End, and I probably should see it on West End before I move. Because I'll probably love it. I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. The sequel was ass. Like, it didn't give the same vibe. Ain't too bad. In my dreams, plan. If I got me a wealthy man. Ball. The way I need Cal to do a version of this. Like, I need a Phyllis version of this. Always sunny. If he hasn't already, I feel like he has. I feel like this would be so good. Like, it just gives very Phyllis Franklin, or I think this gives like, no, this gives Phyllis Franklin. I was about to say Annabelle Frank. No. Bridgman's World. Ain't it sad? I need a production. I think it would be so good. Magna Co. Same. Money, money, money. Must be funny in a rich man's world. Money, money, money. Always sunny in a rich man's world. Oh, oh. All the things I could do if I had a little money in a rich man's world. Oh my God, and Las Vegas existed. 1905. Wow. All the things I could do. When is the rich man's world? It should be it's either Porkers or Phyllis. I need one of the two. I think it would be great to have the two of you do it. Ugh, I need like a musical episode. This would be Lucy. I feel cheated by you, and I think you know when. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end. Or actually, we'll have to. I'm listening to this and we're going to give. Okay, wait. I would say this. Oh, he makes me dizzy. I'm trying to think of who this would be. This has to be like someone not. I don't know who this would be, to be honest. I don't see it for anyone. Money, money, money is either, for me, I think personally, it's gearing more towards Phyllis for this. Because it would be cunty for Phyllis to do this. This, I feel like this would be Lucy. We're going to keep listening and then we'll like assort them to each. I was cheated by you and I think you know when. Come to an end. Will I ever? I know how. You lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa. Here I go again. This does not scream Phyllis. This does not scream Phyllis to me. Because this sounds like self-reflection. Or, well, I guess this kind of gives Phyllis, but I feel this to me gives Annabelle Frank. This gives, like, if this would be like, I don't think you could, like, Annabelle Frank gone crazy, like, at her craziest. I don't know if you guys ever watched Cal, like, it was like 2 years ago, and he played Annabelle Frank. This is when I first started, like, RPing with him on Red Dead in Sin County. He had a character named Annabelle Frank. Such a good character, too. Like a more crazy Phyllis. Like an unhinged Phyllis. Like, it was great. This gives like if he did like a crazy version of this, it would be Annabelle. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue. Or this would give Lucy to me. Like this is giving Lucy. This is giving Lucy being like crazy over a man. My, how can I resist ya? This is like, wasn't there an arc with her and Krusty? Here I go again, my. Or no, this gives Porkers. This gives Porkers. This is Porkers. This gives Porkers. This could be Porkers. I feel like if Porkers ever, this could be Porkers. This is either Porkers or Lucy, but I see Lucy doing this. Like, I see this more of like a crazy, less of like a honest to the song, but more crazy. Porkers doesn't really do love. I want to see love from Porkers. But I think, but no, Porkers is like her personality. I would see her in this. Question. I need these answers. Okay, let's see what's next. This gives, ooh. This is everybody singing to Jameson. Digging the dancing queen. And it's just Jameson dancing. It's people just singing to Jameson. Friday night and the lights are low. Looking out for a place to go. Where they play the right music. Getting in the swing. You come to look for a king. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. with a bit of rock music. Everything is fine. Am I holding a bottle to my mouth? Yes. Pretending it's a mic. You are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. People trying to hype up Jameson. Oh, yeah. You can drive, having the time of your life. Digging the dancing queen. Leaving burning in you're gone. Looking out for another. Anyone will do. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen. Okay, sorry. We'll actually play now. Haven't seen. I need argon crystals, but I also... Oh, I should probably buy the shit for the market, right? You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. No, the 8 plant offer is off the table. We'll wait for someone to put it back up. You can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl. Watch that scene. Taking the dancing queen. I need to do this one. Recall our lost summer. Swear. Laughing in the rain. All lost summer. Wait, no, this is crusty. this is this is crusty to Lucy. Of the flower power. Lucy, if she had multiple lovers. We took a chance, like we were dancing our last dance. I can still recall our last summer. I still see it all. In the tourist jam, around the Notre Dame. Our last summer, walking hand in hand. Our last summer, morning croissants. Living for the day, worries far away. Our last summer. Me looks for, where can I get the other shit? I'm gonna miss Carrie. Arbitrations. 2% chance. A la summer. Back Notre Dame. A la summer. Walking hand in hand. A la summer. They'll see it all. Laughing in the rain. A la summer. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Lay all your love on me. Oh, what is potential threat? Oh, what is going on? Mike, don't go wasting your emotion. Lay all your love on me. Oh, no, 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 no. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Wasting your emotion. Lay all your love on me. Go with devotion. Lay all your love on me. This is not gonna work. I'm flopping. I didn't bring a weapon for this. I hate these things. They're so... No, because why am I eating this up? Like, they're mad. Okay, we're... Okay, give me a second, because we're getting... Okay, this shit's getting annoying. Girl, die. Thank you. Die. Eating this up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you... Yeah, this is it. This is... Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna have... I need you to die. Okay. Sir. Why am I jumping around? What's going on? Like I always do. I don't see the caches. Where is the last one? Oh God. But you found that you're gonna find you. I can't find it. Am I stupid? But you found... Okay, found them. Okay, nice. There's you. Not there. You might cry. Man out there, my prayer. Give me a man after midnight. Mm, mm. Oh, man out there. Mm. Give me a man after midnight. Mm, mm. Give me a man after midnight. Mm. Name the game. Dang, what's the name of the game? Name of the game. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, that's annoying as fuck. I'm sorry. This water is not that fucking goddamn deep. Okay, I have invulnerability. How are they getting through that? My invulnerability literally isn't doing shit. What's the name of the game? What's the name of the game? Wha- mm. I'm trying to get Augur secrets. What's the name of the game? What's the name of the game? Oh, someone has it. They listed it for a in a game. What's the name of the game? It's time. Okay, give me a second to hopefully this person responds. Because I want to get a certain mod for a build. Voulez-vous? Aha. Voulez-vous? Aha. 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 Voulez-vous? Voulez-vous? Uh-huh. 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 Right? Need voulez-vous? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Voulez-vous? Uh-huh. 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 Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Voulez-vous? Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Voulez-vous? Uh-huh. 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 Voulez-vous? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Voulez-vous? Uh-huh. Voulez-vous? Okay. Um, we are going to switch. I'm literally like, where is this person? I want narrow-minded so bad. I need narrow-minded. What do we need? So for the defense build for what's his name? I need for Limbo. I need narrow-minded. I have redirection. I have vitality. I need prime continuity, which I get from Barrow Katir. I think that's how it's said. He comes around every 2 weeks. Hopefully we get primed or I need primed flow. That one's one I need for a lot of ones as well. Ooh, I need to get intensify. Wait, don't I have Umbral intensify? You're gone when you're gone. To the run. Oh, I do have intensify. Okay, but I also have Umbral intensify. But I need. You hear me, darling? Can you hear me? SOS. Me SOS. When you're gone, how is he infected? You go on. When you're gone. My darling, can you hear me? SOS. Me SOS. When you're gone, not even got to move on. When you're gone. How many like companions can I have? When you're gone, when you're gone. to move on. When you're gone, cover on. Bum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum. Me. Mhm. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Take it easy. Just your mother now. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let's see if there's one more person selling it for 8. Oh, there is. With your mom. Take it easy. I just need narrow-minded. Please, I beg. Are they just trying to bring the price down? I think you're funny. Damn. Thank you. That's so annoying. There's no way it was sold that fucking quick. Why do you still have it on the thing? Back in hand. Why does he still have it up then? Okay. It's not in mine. He still has it up on the website. Aren't you supposed to take it down once you sell it? Or is it delayed? Because he still got it up. You just said it was sold. Sure. He could be price fixing. He says he has 2 now. If he tries to upchart, oh, okay. Let's... Through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute. This feeling in it. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Finally. Okay, Mamers, we're switching to... I'm going to run an ad because we're on the hour, and I'm going to switch to Detroit. This feeling and it's slipping through my fingers all the time. What was upgrading. Oh my god, this shit. Is it ranked up all the way on the build? So we got narrow-minded. Constitution that's the one that we need. Ability, strength. Continuity. Okay, primed continuity seems to be the... I'll change it. You're good because I also then gotta change it for like the YouTube. You know. Okay. Yeah, just so I can like copy and paste it. Unless you just put the title, if you do the exclamation point title or whatever. Where did you change the title? How did you change the title? Oh, you can also do exclamation point title, I'm pretty sure, Mamers. Do that. If you're gonna change title, do it that way so then I can, whenever... I think you could, if you do exclamation point title, that allows me to copy and paste. So actually you can change the title if you want. No, if you wanna, if you have a name for it, you can if you want. I don't wanna talk. That's wrong. Friend, the widely map it takes it all. Mhm. Da, 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 da. Your local tiny streamer is crazy. I'm just so small. It's just, oh, okay. We're gonna close a few things because I don't want it to crash. Mm. I'm done. I'm waiting for the game to, it's like, it's compiling like all the shaders and stuff for PC, so it's taking a little while. I'm scared because what's making noises? Something's making noises. Just compiling shaders. We gotta give it a moment. Can you still hear me though, at least? If you can hear me, it's because it's compiling shaders for the game, which means once it's done, it'll be like efficient. It's just trying to, it's just making sure the game looks the best. Get free. Take a chance on me. 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 It's magic. So take a take a chance on me. Oh, you can't hear Mamma Mia? You should be able to hear Mamma Mia, babe. Take a chance on me. It's stuck at 98%. Oh. It's not responding. Okay, we'll try and do it again. The dream. Give it a moment, you guys, because for some reason it's stuck. Waiting for it, waiting for it. What's going on? What's going on? Mm. 78%. It got stuck at 98, so I'm hoping it doesn't this time. It's stuck at 98
But who
again,
did that
but
eat in the
it's
bed?
loading this time. Thank you, David Chandler, for the follow. Welcome. What's not the download, it's like the shader. So it's like setting up so it looks better. But I don't know why it's stuck at 98. Mm. Let me verify game files. I put jalapenos in my sandwich and it's spicy. It's really good though. These are some spicy jalapenos, but they're so fucking good. And juicy too. I don't know why it's because it keeps like freezing. Okay. Let's see if it works now. Motherfucker. It keeps getting stuck at 98. Okay. Apparently. Oh. What do we think? Oh. Okay, let's. It crashed. So give me a moment. At least now it launches. Okay. I just need to make it windowed. Oh my god, the graphics? I'm gonna do medium subtitles. Screen settings. Okay. Advanced. Okay, so there's experienced, casual, or experienced. I feel like that's too experienced. Which means we have more chance to lose a character. Give me a second to. Borderless window. Apply. Okay, now we can see. Oh, it crashes whenever I stream it. What the hell? Why does it crash whenever I stream it? Are you guys able to see this? You guys are able to see, right? Okay. Y'all are able to see, right? Everything working? Hello? Anybody able to let me know if it's working? Okay. Are we able to hear? Hello? Mamers? Are you guys not able to? What's going on? Oh, it's working. Okay. Um, is it delayed? Oh, is it like hella delayed? Is it? Oh, it's delayed as fuck. Okay. Um, it's delayed, so give me a moment. I'm gonna try and fix the delay. Yeah, it's like really delayed. Okay, I'm gonna stop and start again just so it's not delayed. So we're gonna stop the stream and start it again. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna run another ad. And right after that we should be good. So I'm just gonna stop and run it. Okay, are we back? Okay, yeah, that's like not delayed at all. Like y'all can hear me in real time, I think. Let me just double check so I can. Yeah, y'all can hear me in real time. Oh, we're like fully ready. Okay, great. Ad was ran, I think, so I gotta wait a little bit, but. Oh. It always crashes my stream. Whenever I switch to Detroit, it always crashes it. Why does it do that? I don't understand. I don't understand. There's something, there's an issue somewhere. But I don't think it's delayed anymore.
I haven't seen you for a while.
No,
it's good to
it's
have you
not.
back.
It's not delayed. Okay, we're good. Still not delayed. Yeah. Yeah, the okay. Twitch stream isn't delayed. YouTube is, are you delayed? YouTube is always slightly delayed. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. His face looks so real. What?
Negotiator on site. Repeat. Negotiator on site.
Are you guys seeing these graphics? Oh my god. I wish I had my controller. Do I have my controller? I don't know if I have my controller. Like, whoa. Okay. But like, okay, the graphics are still amazing, but this was in 2018, and this was being developed like years ago. The way games are coming out now or starting to be developed now, think about that. Okay.
You gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person? Joel, is that thing near her? Keep that thing away from my daughter! Keep it away!
Any second. I don't give a shit. My men are ready to step in. Just give the order. Fuck.
Hi, Captain Allen.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Have you tried its deactivation codes?
The first thing we tried.
Do you know if it's been behaving strangely before this?
Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
He's so pretty. Pardon me.
This is Daniel, the coolest android in the world. Say hi, Daniel. Hello. You're my bestie. We'll always be together.
Okay. Daniel. Oh, every second counts? Okay, well, girl.
All units hold positions. The negotiators going in.
This is like so cool. Oh, he just shot him. Oh. Who's he holding?
Your order for an AP700 android has been registered. CyberLife thanks you for your purchase.
Oh, they were gonna.
Shit! Cover me while I factor man down. Repeat, man down. Requesting immediate evac. Affirmed, this would be the first case of an android deliberately taking human lives. By all signs, the SWAT team are preparing for an assault, and it's been just over an hour since a little girl was taken hostage on the top floor of a building here in downtown Detroit.
Family was about to have dinner. Oh. Hostage witnessed the shooting. Okay. Cop shot deviant.
Ready to assault.
69, 69. Sorry. I'm not taking the gun. Blue blood, android blood. Yeah. PL 600. Is there anything anywhere else? back! Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
No, please, I'm begging you!
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor.
How do you know my name?
I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this. I'm an android, just like you. I know how you're feeling.
What difference does it make if you're an android? You're on their side. You can't understand how I'm feeling.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong.
She lied to me! I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
Daniel, no!
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
Don't touch him! Touch him and I kill you!
You can't kill me. I'm not alive. They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right?
I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with it.
Listen. No, it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software.
No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I loved them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
The situation is under control.
There. I did what you wanted. You have to trust me, Daniel. Let the hostage go, and I promise you, everything will be fine.
I want everyone to leave! And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
That's impossible, Daniel. Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt.
I don't want to die.
You're not going to die. We're just going to talk. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
Okay. I trust you.
I'm sorry.
You lied to me, Connor. You lied to me.
Technically, Connor just killed someone, so I don't know what you mean by king, but, you know. This is the scene's flowchart. Here you green the paths you've taken, the paths yet to be explored. Apologies. I wonder if we kept the helicopter, we would have been able to get the car. But I don't know what the other... Connor didn't kill him. Technically, he did. This is... There's 5 options. It's crazy. I wonder what that is. What's the other option? Don't go outside. There's take cop's gun. I want to know what that option is eventually.
This is the top-of-the-range household assistant. It cooks 10,000 different dishes.
Come on, Zoe, let's go.
200 languages and dialects. And handles the kids' homework from elementary school up to university level.
Honey, it looks amazing. This is exactly what we need.
Basic model. It does absolutely all the work around the house. Painting, plumbing, gardening, repairs.
We'll take it.
An excellent choice, sir. If you'll just there's a break-in or if it detects smoke.
Excuse me, how much is that one over there?
The MP800 is slightly more expensive, but it has many other functions. Then come along and I'll show you.
I don't like this guy.
There it is. It's a bit difficult getting it back in working order.
Okay.
It was really messed up. What'd you say happened to it again?
The car hit it. Stupid accident.
Ah, I see. Anyway, it's as good as new now, except that we had to reset it. Meaning we had to wipe its memory. I hope you don't mind.
That'll be fine.
Okay. Did you give it a name?
My daughter did.
AX400. Register your name.
Kara.
My name is Kara.
She's so pretty. The launch, like the concept trailer, is the reason I fell in love with this game. I waited for this game to come out because I saw the concept trailer and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And this is my favorite game to date. I absolutely love it. It's such a good game. Also, I learned how to play a lot of this stuff on the piano because I bought the deluxe version on my PS4, so I have all the music notes, I have all of it. So I know how to play this on piano. Like, I'm already getting goosebumps. I'm sorry, like the music, the visuals, this, and they've done Heavy Rain, they did Beyond Two Souls, some of the best. I should play those. I should do Beyond Two Souls and some of their best games on the market ever made, ever. Marcus. Beyond Two Souls is really good. Also, Heavy Rain is really, really, really good. Because I've played both.
Would you like to go home now?
It's very well done.
Yes, I think that's enough.
Here. Let me help you.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Because I got the whole set. Like, I got... And that sea levels continue to rise and climate change leads to more and more extreme weather. America's once prosperous coastal cities are being deserted by the rich. Waterside real estate and once top attractions like Miami and LA are experiencing flight, with wealthy residents opting for properties further inland or at higher altitudes. This is driving up prices in once rural areas and plummeting house values in previously desirable neighborhoods. Whilst this might sound like an opportunity for poor Americans to enjoy a new lifestyle, the reality is less attractive. Coastal properties are not just opposed to regular flooding, hurricanes, and other... wow. And this is shit that's like happening, y'all. It's going to. Like, our environment is going to shit.
Water. You have run 12 miles and are 5 miles away from your goal.
Hurry up, you plastic idiots. I want this done by 4.
Can I give you some money?
Oh yeah? What do you say? That's rough. Nice.
I guess I can't. That's so cool. I'm sorry, it's so satisfying to...
supposed to be in Bay 7?
I woke up in my house, alone in my bed. 6 a.m. is screaming, back to this again. Do it with my eyes closed, with marks in the cement. How the hell am I supposed to wash you from my head? Motown rain fall on me again.
We got families to feed, and these androids are taking our place.
But we are not God. We are nothing but dust. We make these androids in our own image, but they only reflect the darkness in our souls. Why do you look at me so, demon? I know who you are. I can see through you. You are the one by whom the evil will come. You are the one who will destroy Detroit. Verily, I say unto thee, the day shall come when we will have to pay the price for our arrogance. On that day, we shall have to explain our acts of idolatry. We built these androids to be our slaves, but the slaves are becoming the master. We can no longer live with them. Them in our homes, our schools, our factories,
Oh, look at all the movies. Charging station. I want to see if there's anything that I can see over here. No? Okay. Ooh, I should also play Deus Ex because it's based in Prague, or like it's. Deus Ex is also a really good game.
Identification verified. Here is your order number 847. That will be $63.99. Please confirm payment.
Payment confirmed.
Transaction complete.
are stealing our jobs. Yeah! We've got families to feed, and these androids are taking our place.
Marcus took the bus. Wonder what this one was. I'm pretty sure one of them is they get attacked by that mob. Oh, something crashed. NVIDIA, what's going on here? Are we missing a driver? There is a driver. Okay. I gotta upgrade my update my driver, so I'm gonna do that real quick, and hopefully it doesn't fuck anything up. It's because there's a driver update. That's why we're struggling. That is why. So give it a moment, and hopefully it doesn't fuck everything up. Okay, you all. The stream might cut out for a second. Let's play some music while we wait. Mm-mm. Burn-a-do-do. Burn-a-do-do. Mm-mm. Can't take my talking. Rachel Zegler, like, she ate this up. Nothing you can take was ever worth keeping. Okay, now it should work. Keeping. Nothing you can take is ever worth keeping. La 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 la. Oh my god, it's compiling shaders again, y'all. Give me a moment. Y'all. Lincoln. Right. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. We're dropping frames for a right. The girl in the world. Girl in the world. Girl in the world. Mhm. Okay, no, the fucking buffering to then for it to stop buffering at that is actually crazy. And they're out to get me. They're out to get me. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Mm. Got me looking so crazy right now. So crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Me waiting, like what's going on? Can it hurry up? So crazy right now. So crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. So crazy in love. Hi, babe cake. Boom. Boom. Crazy. Waiting? Like, what's going on? I'm looking so crazy right now. It's delayed as fuck, too. You know what I wanna... No, you know what we're gonna play while we wait? Waiting for it to fucking do its thing, like, hello? I might have to stop stream and start it again. Go, never find someone like you. Mm-mm-mm.